What's up, folks? I made a video yesterday. I was outside mixing some soils for the upcoming grow. In about 6 weeks or so, I'll be growing outdoors. But this is just a few things that you actually need to get started growing cannabis, man. And you don't have to be real fancy with it. You just gotta do some research. And one of the things that I found out that plastic pots are not bad. You know what I mean? I use plastic pots all the time. I got fabric pots right here. I got 5 gallon, 7 gallon fabric pots. They have a tendency to leak, man, when you got them inside the growing tent. So you have to be aware of that. One thing I found out about soils is some soils contain gnat larvae, and you won't find this out until you really get your plants growing and get them saturated, and you open that tent, it's just full of gnat larvae. Gnats everywhere, man. I don't like that, man. If you look at my videos, you can see that the environment is clean and there's nothing flying around. You know, I just do not like that gnat or whatever the insect is that's in there. So one of the things I use, man, I use Pro Mix, and I use Pro Mix with mycorrhizal. It's a little bit more expensive, man, but I trust it. You know, everything that I use, I've done the research on. So this E3 organic seed starting mix, man, it's not very expensive, but it's effective. It contains cocoa, man. It's enriched with plant food, and it's a renewable and sustainable resource. One thing about soils, man, you have to understand if you use organic nutrients, they feed the soil. Synthetic nutrients feed the plant. So when you go reuse your soil, you have to revitalize it. You have to make that soil rich again. And that's what I was doing yesterday. I was getting that soil ready, man. I'm gonna let it sit for about 6 weeks. And man, I won't have to feed those plants for maybe the first month, 4 or 5 weeks. I won't have to feed the plants. And that's a good thing, man. Vermiculite, you add this, man. You gotta have this in there. It gives those roots the ability to move around inside that pot and grow good, man. That's what you want. A good root system, man. I've grown plants before and they did not have a good root system, man. You don't have to do that. I done it for you. It didn't work out good, man. Plants just grew tall, tipped over, and died. So I took them out the pot and looked at them. They had one little tiny taproot and a couple little branches. They were not getting the amount of space they needed to move around in that soil and grow real good. So you want to make sure you're doing that. I use Dr. Earth outside. I use Guy Green inside. You know what I mean? I have a reason to use those two. I've done the research on Dr. Earth, man. This dude has been around. This company has been around for a long time. In California, man, and everywhere they grow uh, different types of fertilizers that you use specifically for growing plants, man, specifically for growing cannabis. It's a lot of people out there, manufacturers out there now that are gearing their products towards people who cultivate cannabis. You know what I mean? You'll see a lot of them. When you go to your hydroponic store, you just going to be inundated with all these different things, man. It's more of knowing what to use besides buying everything you don't need. I got a room full of stuff over here that I ain't even use, man. You don't have to do that, man. Pick the stuff that work, use it, and grow very good cannabis. I'm going to tell you a secret, man. I grew some in this pot right here. This little tiny pot right here, it was just wrapped around with roots, man. I mean, just everywhere. I'm going to do a video where you can see a real healthy root system, man. The Guy Green, man, I live by this. If I'm growing autos inside, man, I'm probably going to use this. Because when you go to your hydroponic store, man, and they say, we have sales reps coming in on Tuesdays at 7, I'm there. Because I need to know that there's a science behind whatever it is that you're selling me. Advanced Nutrients and Guy Green, man. I talked to the sales reps and I looked up the website. I did all the research. These people have scientific data that show you that their product works. That's what I need. I need some proof, man. Mykos mycorrhizal, man. Get that. You know what I mean? You want healthy roots, man. This right here, this great white, I live by. I live by it, man. If you want healthy cannabis plants, man, that's going to grow And man, I got pictures that I'll show you. I'll put up there. The buds were bigger than apples. You know what I mean? They were that big. I had to cut them in 3 pieces to get them in a jar. This is how big they were. This stuff right here, man, I won't plant without it, man. Just a couple things, man, that you need to know when you out there, man. If you just starting to grow, man, you don't have to go out and buy everything. Just buy a few things that work. These things are proven to work. You've seen it in the videos. You've seen it in the grow, man. And don't forget, man, to like these videos, man, and subscribe to this channel. You know what I mean? I got some 5-pack giveaways. I'm going to give you the contact info. What I'm working on right now is a group where locals can get together, man. We can share some ideas. We can share some other things too. But just make sure you get what you're going to need to be successful on your first attempt, man. The first attempt, don't be discouraged, man. It's more like trial and error. But you got some things right here that's proven to work. You've seen it in the videos, man. Don't forget to like these videos, man, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks. See you out there, man.